ドジャースの大谷翔平投手は日本時間13日、敵地ジャイアンツ戦に1番投手兼指名打者として先発出場しました。初回は初球から直球中心の攻めで、7球続けてストレートを投げるなど圧巻の投球を披露し、3者連続三振に抑えました。これで前回登板から数えて6者連続三振となり、球団専門メディア、ドジャーインサイダーは公式 X で、That was art。まさに芸術だ、と投稿。さらに、ストライクアウトスインギングと6回繰り返して表現し、その圧倒的な投球を称賛しました。2回は、味方が1点を先制した直後、西から6番イ・ジョンフに死球を許して初めて走者を背負いましたが、落ち着いて後続を打ち取り無失点で切り抜けました。新人捕手ラッシングとのコンビでは、初回の直球主体から一転し、スイーパーなど変化球を織り交ぜた配球で緩急をつけました。復帰後初めて臨んだ3回のマウンドでは、1死から9番ベイリーをスライダーで見逃し三振に仕留めました。続く1番ヤストレムスキーには初安打となるライト前ヒットを許したものの、終始ジャイアンツ打線を圧倒し、この日のリハビリ登板を締めくくりました。現地放送では、大谷が3者連続三振を奪った場面で、実況と解説陣が思わず無言になるなど、衝撃の投球内容が話題となりました。この日は試合前後ともに大谷の投球についての話題が尽きず、その模様を日本語字幕付きでお届けします。
Jerry Shohei Ohtani hit one into the water. This was a big blast off his bat.
Yeah, here's a pitch. This is a sinker that leaves in the middle of the plate. Outstanding job getting his hands through the baseball. A little splash down. I don't know about the headphones in the water, but again, Shohei Ohtani, I love that swing. Great bat path. Head down on contact. Great extension. 410 feet. No ballpark can hold Shohei Ohtani.
And it is the 5th time this season that Shohei Ohtani will be pulling double duty as the DH for the Dodgers and also the starting pitcher. Today will be Shohei's first time ever pitching there at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Kirsten Watson is down on the field, and she joins us live with more on Shohei Day. Hi, Kirsten.
All right, John. Well, for Shohei Ohtani, it hasn't been a traditional buildup that we're used to seeing. Of course, an inning of work, then you add to 2 innings, 3 innings, etc. For him, though, it has been an incredibly intentional buildup. Dave Roberts today talked about what he hopes to see from Shohei and what this buildup has been like for him.
Yeah, today the hope is we can get him in the 3rd inning, and he's just very deliberate in how he builds up, how he takes care of himself, all the while still performing at an elite level on the offensive side. I do like the way that we're being so kind of mindful of slowly building him up, and I think that's helped. But getting into the 3rd inning today is going to be something. It's going to be a good thing.
It's the fact that he's pitched so well in these first couple starts kind of made it easier to start stretching him out a little bit more.
Obviously, early on, we were planning on not having him pitch with us until a higher build-up, as far as 4 or 5 innings. But his kind of anxiousness to get back on a big league mound kind of prompted that. And then from that point on, it's been pretty deliberate. That's kind of how this played out.
Has he surprised you as a pitcher with anything?
He's a little bit more edgy as a pitcher. I think, and I don't know how to describe it really, but as a hitter, it's just more easygoing and still competitive. But as a pitcher, there's a little bit more edge to him, and I really can't articulate it clearly.
So with this build-up for Shohei Ohtani, if we remember when he was doing his sim games earlier this year that were especially in San Diego, he made it clear that for him, with that game and then having the real game later as the DH, it essentially was essentially like playing in 2 games in a day, requiring just a lot more energy. So for him, it just made more sense for his build-up to start being in-game, also understanding the injuries to the starting rotation and wanting to be a player who can help support, contribute as he can. as he is building up. So for him, he's continued. He feels really good. Dave Roberts has been really pleased with where the command is at, considering he is, of course, coming off of an elbow surgery. So for today, the hope is for him to get through 3 innings. They, of course, will be mindful of just how intense each at-bat is going to be. And then Emmet Sheehan is going to get the call from the bullpen to take down the bulk of this game today, guys.
All right, and hopefully they can string together a lot of zeros and get that win today. Kirsten, thank you very much. Shohei Ohtani continues that buildup as a pitcher. He's gone 2 innings in each of his last 2 starts, through 31 pitches last time out. Nomar, what are you hoping to see out of Shohei in start number 5?
Well, hopefully that, obviously the pitch count going up, and then continue to pitch well. I mean, I really like his last outing. It just looked like he was getting more confident in his off-speed pitches. He looked so calm on the mound as well. It wasn't like he was overthrowing, didn't look like he was fighting anything as well. So hopefully in this game, he can go out there, increase his pitch count, and also be efficient. And maybe we see him go 3 innings today if all goes well. But nonetheless, it's exciting when he takes the mound, that's for sure. And it's really impressive what I've seen, because it really seems like the velocity that's up there, I think the velocity is a tick up higher as well, but it's effortless. It's not like he looks like he's really trying to overthrow or try to get there. It just happens to be coming out at a high velocity as he's letting go and still just trying to get his work in.
You know what's amazing? He was obviously a great pitcher when he was at Anaheim. He was more of a guy from the stretch. With this layoff, this long layoff, he's really worked on his delivery. Nice delivery. He's got an athletic delivery. It kind of reminds me of old school David Cohn. I know he's a lot bigger than David Cohn, but everything's together and fluid, and that's why you see 100, 101, 102. Just love his velocity, but more importantly, the command of that velocity as well as his breaking ball. Should be fun today.
And we heard Kirsten talking about it after Shohei. We're going to see Emmet Sheehan take down the bulk of the innings. He's looked really sharp in his first 2 starts since coming back from Tommy John surgery. Just 1 run allowed, Jerry, in each game. A little bit of a different role today, coming out of the bullpen for only the 3rd time in the big leagues.
Well, probably fans go, why is he coming out after Shohei? Because we got the All-Star break coming. He needs to get out there on the mound. So Emmet Sheehan, the last couple times out, remember, he pitched in OKC, no-hit innings, 6 no-hit innings. This kid has great stuff, outstanding fastball, outstanding changeup, too, to go along with a pretty good breaking ball. He's a 3-pitch pitcher. You saw his season numbers right there. 9 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts in just 2 starts. So he's a good guy to piggyback the big show. Hopefully he continues to throw strikes and command that strike zone.
I hope he continues to look as great as he's looked so far in those 2 starts. I mean, you look at those 2 starts we're talking about, you saw those numbers, just 1 base on balls, which is really impressive. We see the 10 Ks with that, but also it was against the San Diego Padres and the Houston Astros. So it was against 2 really good offensive teams that he was able to look that good and be that dominant. So hopefully when he has the opportunity today, he looks much of the same.
The Dodgers trying to end this 7-game losing streak, and they've got Ohtani going today.
Yeah, you know what? Ohtani has his own day, almost like Kershaw Day now, and he can help this team win right from the very beginning on both sides of the ball, whether it's leading off the game and starting the offense or going out there and setting the tone as a starting pitcher. Yesterday's starter May had a rough time at times. He kind of melted down at the end, but Shohei can get him off to the right foot today.
Shohei Ohtani makes his 5th start. He gave up a run in his very first inning coming back. He's not given one up in the 5 innings since.
Fastball command has been there. The sweeper has been outstanding. Against left-handed hitters, they're hitting below 100, and that's probably because of the fastball in and the splitter. He has just thrown the ball really, really well, and it's tantalizing to think this guy could ever be out there for 6 or 7 innings, but this is going to be a very slow buildup as you see the pitch counts from the first 4 starts.
Dave Roberts said there's a chance he'll get into the 3rd today. Fastball to the knees, and it's 1-2.
98. See how easy you can throw hard. It is a very smooth delivery with the windup this year, and it comes out hard.
Guys touched 102 after going more than a year without pitching. Swing and a miss up to 99. Dialed through that mill slot at the top of the zone for the first out.
Well, the first 3 pitches he was trying to be down by the knees and was. Here he goes up the ladder with 99 and beats him easily. That camera angle right there, you can see how hard it would be to hit.
Ramos 0 for 5 in yesterday's ball game. It's the only Giant that didn't reach base. Ohtani sticking with the hard stuff, nice and easy.
He is just challenging him. He's not trying to hit the corner. Look at, he's got Dalton Rushing just sitting up right down the middle.
Bada bing, bada boom. 98, 99, 100. And back-to-back Ks to start Ohtani's afternoon.
Back up the ladder. Back up the velocity.
Giants are the worst high-velocity hitting team in the National League. Devers. Strike one. Started him with a cutter. It's only thrown those sporadically. Mostly fastball sweeper, as you were pointing out. And then a breaking pitch, 0-2.
First pitch ball of the game and hasn't thrown a ball since. And mixed in 2 new pitches, the cutter and the breaking ball.
Out of the 1-2 from Ohtani, lets that pitch clock run out, delivers and strikes out the side in the first inning. That is 6 consecutive Ks. Back to the second inning of work against the Astros is completely dialed in.
2 high fastballs and then a breaking ball to finish the inning with 3 Ks.
So, been nothing but fastballs so far, and they've all been impressive. The strike 3 pitch to Yastrzemski at 99. Here, the strike 3 pitch to Ramos, 100 miles an hour.
Got him. So Ohtani strikes out the side.
For more on Ohtani, the pitcher, down to Kirsten.
Thanks, Joe. Well, Dave Roberts today shared that he's kind of been having to relearn a new player. Of course, he has known Shohei Ohtani as the DH for a whole year and a half now. And he was saying when you look at the hitter, it's a bit more easygoing. Yes, of course, a competitor, but now learning him through his 5 starts now as a pitcher, he said there's a bit more of an edge to him. So it has been a different interactions on those start days that he's been learning and finding different ways to kind of navigate that. But he said it's been fun to now see this kind of split personality of Shohei Ohtani.
Misses with his first pitch to Willy Adames. Well, look, hitting is something that he does. Pitching is who he is. That goes way back into his teenage days, his earliest days playing baseball in Japan. Adames climbs the ladder and flies this one into the bright sunshine at third for Tommy Edman, who's got it 2 away.
Well, if pitching is who he is, he's doing pretty well. The first 2 batters in his first start against San Diego got hits. Since then, the batters in the league are 2 for 25 with 9 Ks.
Ohtani struck out the side in the first inning.
Yeah, and he did it in an impressive way.
And needless to say, we were slightly impressed.
Take a look at the Performance Spotlight brought to you by Nissan. Shohei Ohtani, 3 innings for the first time this year. Strikes out 4. Dominant stuff.
Fastball got him 2 Ks. Slider got him a couple of Ks. 1 hit on a cutter. He looked very, very good again.
And we talk a lot about how the starting pitcher can set the tone for the game, Nomar. And today, Shohei Ohtani did exactly that. 3 scoreless innings, his longest outing since having his second elbow surgery.
And he looked great once again. I mean, the life on that fastball, you know, listening to the game and listening to Oral, and I've heard him say this before, it's like seeing how easy you can throw hard. And that's a great way to really put the way Shohei has been out there. He looks like he's just kind of throwing really easy, and the life on his fastball. And then, he's got a breaking ball to go with it, the breaking stuff. But he just looks like when he's on the mound, he's relaxed, he's calm, and he's in control.
What are we looking at here? Seriously, what are we looking at here? This guy, we saw him go 50-50 last year. He's an offensive force. And today, when I say complete control, he could have given us 5 innings. That's how smooth he is. But remember, it's all about the long game, making sure you have that buildup. That delivery, he has found something. Again, now this is going to save his arm. I think he's going to allow him to pitch a lot deeper in his baseball career. I love the delivery. It takes less stress off his shoulder and arm. All the momentum. He looks very athletic on the mound.
I mean, when you think about it, just 36 pitches. It wasn't a lot. I mean, he was so efficient. And you're right. It's probably one of those you're scratching your head. Obviously, long game, but you're like, man, do you go for that extra inning? Because he totally could have gone out there.
These are basically rehab outings he is making at the big league level, and he's making it look easy on the mound. Let's hear from Shohei right now. He's standing by with Kirsten and the media.
Shohei, with this build-up, how would you describe just getting into the third inning, the success you were having on the mound, and just where you're feeling right now?
3イニング目投げれて、今の投げてる感覚、結果残している理由とは
そうですね。まあ、球数もある程度少なめに、はい、3イニング投げれたっていうのは、いい進歩だったかなと思いました。まあ、チームが、なかなか勝ててない中で、先制点を上げなかったっていうのは良かったんじゃないかなと思います。
Just overall very efficient outing, 3 innings today. And, I was glad that I was able to prevent runs, and that we were able to, keep the lead throughout the game.
Pitching today was excellent. Obviously, the offense putting up the 2 runs. How good does it feel after the 7-game losing streak to get back into the win column?
7連敗後の勝利っていうのはチームにとってどういうことなんでしょうか？
そうです。まあ、惜しい試合もあったと思いますし、まあ、昨日ももちろん、劣勢の中で追い上げて最後惜しいところまで行ってたと思うので、まあ、必ずしも悪い試合ばかりではなかったかなとは思いますし、まあ、この一勝をきっかけにまた連勝できれば、いいんじゃないかなと思います。
Throughout the losing streak, we played pretty good games in there too. So, it's good to finally put a W on the board. And I hope that this is the beginning of a bunch of wins to come.
How confident are you in, your ability to overpower hitters? How confident are you in your ability to overpower hitters right now, just where your stuff is at?
今、球質とか、まあ、打者を圧倒しているっていうところでは、納得していますかと。
そうです。まあ、比較的コマンドが安定してるっていうのも、まあ、スタッフがいい以上に、自分が投げやすいポイントかなとは思うので、まあ、そこに対して常に、まあ、ゾーンでアタックできてるのが、まあ、いい要因かなとは思います。
Aside from the stuff, I'm more happy with the command of my pitches and being able to attack the zone.
Show your velocity is up a little bit from where it was. You threw 64% 4-seam today. Just how happy are you with that fastball, and just why have you thrown a little harder this time out?
まあ、ストレートのスピードと割合的には多いと思うんですけども、ストレートのことに関してどう思いますか？
そうです。まあ、今日はもうストレートでいけそうな雰囲気があったので、どんどん投げましたし、まあ、そうじゃないときは変化球でしっかりとカウントも空振りも取れる。まあ、どちらを選択しても、まあ、いけるっていうのがまあ理想的だと思うので、まあ今日はそのうちのまっすぐ多めに選んだという感じかなと思います。
Ideally, I like to be able to, attack the zone with either fastball or off speed, and it just really depends on that day how I feel. And today it was one of those days where my fastball felt pretty good, so I leaned on it a little bit more today.
Carl's Jr. moment of the game, Jerry. It's Shohei Ohtani. Bottom of the first inning, all he did was strike out the side.
Look at that fastball, exploding 99, 100. He's not a one-pitch pitcher. He's a 3-pitch pitcher, including that hammer, breaking ball, endeavors.
Never seen anything like it. Last year, he's the first member of the 50-50 club. Now we're seeing him pitch no more. That's quite the way to set the tone, though, in that bottom of the first inning.
It really was. I mean, the way he was coming after hitters, attacking, throwing strikes. We're going to go to the K zone and just kind of look at the pitches, the way he ended up striking out the side in that very first inning. Talk about your starter setting the tone. This is where you set the tone. All right, you're 1-0, you come with the 4-seam fastball. You're like, all right, I'm going to go out there, just going to pound the zone. Now that I have you 1-1, I'm going to keep coming with that 4-seamer there, get on the inside corner. How about if I just climb the ladder and then get the swing and miss and just kind of take it up a notch to like 99. Just good location, get the swing and miss. Oh, he's not done yet. Next batter, I'm just going to stay with that 4-seamer. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to attack. I'm going to try to get ahead. Here he is. Another good spot. Now he takes it up to 99. Why would you stop? Just keep climbing the ladder more and more and get the swing and miss. Then you recognize who the next batter is after you get these couple that you're going with the fastball. You're also thinking, like, if you're a starter, you're like, okay, how would I attack differently maybe the next time around? But here I am, got on the inside there with the cutter. Then you come back with the slider. Good location with the slider, swing and miss. Don't stop. He's probably looking for that four seam because I just threw so many to the couple batters before. Now he drops down to that breaking ball and get the swing and miss. I mean, just a great first inning to set the tone.
10 years ago, I think it was 2015, I was watching some highlight stuff from a kid from Japan. He was, 20, 21, hitting light tower homers and throwing 100 miles an hour. I'm like, uh-oh, this kid's coming. Boy, is he here. To see him pitch, he's a pitcher. He's not a thrower. For him to be this sharp so quickly is so impressive, man. We see guys come off injury, and they're trying to find it. He's been hitting all this time, raking, not just hitting, being a difference maker. And, man, we get to see him. How many more years? 9?
We got 8 after this.
8?
Yeah.
We're going to give him an extension, give him another 9. Okay?
Yeah.
Wow. Fun to watch.
Dalton, obviously, just how you and the pitchers navigated through their lineup today was excellent. What was just kind of the key in the game plan in which you've been seeing from their offense and how you guys were able to limit it?
I think the plan was just get ahead and then let Shohei and Emmet kind of do their thing and get a lot of swings. We did a good job of getting ahead against these guys from first pitch of the game. Emmet did a great job coming in, following up what Shohei did. And when you get ahead as a pitcher, it makes your job a little easier. Guys get uncomfortable in the box. And you get some more swings out of the zone, more unorthodox swings. Essentially, I think the biggest thing today was getting ahead and making the hitter swing the bat, just minimizing from walks and free bases.
I talked a little bit about kind of just leaning on the fastball. Emmett talked about how that part of that was the game plan. But what have you been seeing just from Shohei with this buildup and also just how he's been able to lock back in with the fastball and the command there?
Yeah, it's he threw a lot of fastballs to start his outing and kind of recognized that, hey, we've got him on one side of the ball. Let's kind of flip the script on him a little bit. That's what he did the second and third inning. And then that just, like I said, allowed us, me and Emmet, throughout the rest of the game to kind of keep him in between. And that was my main goal coming into today. Don't let them sell out to one side of the plate, one pitch, and allow them to do their thing as hitters. And it makes hitting a lot harder when, like I said, you get ahead and then you execute a couple off speed. I think it goes two ways. It's makes guys think in the box a little bit. You're getting fed fastball after fastball after fastball, and most of these guys aren't used to that. And obviously, it's a good fastball. It's one that he's used over the course of his career and been very successful with it. So yeah, I think it threw them for a loop more than anything. But also, like I said, he kind of flipped the script on him in the second and third inning, just being able to throw some off speed in there for strikes early.
Well, first, welcome back to the win column. I know it felt good. Can you just describe kind of how you saw your guys fight and continue what they were able to do yesterday and just with that momentum and the at-bats?
It was good today. Obviously, it feels a lot better today sitting here than it did the last 7 days. I just thought, obviously, it started with Shohei. You can just see, and we talked a little bit about it before the game, that different demeanor that he carries on days that he pitches, and you could see it with the first inning with the 3 strikeouts, and kind of taking from there. He was competed, put us in a good spot, get the game going, and after that, I thought Emmet was fantastic, very efficient, and did more than we could have asked for. We got some timely hits, and won a ball game, so it was. We'll all sleep better tonight.
Dalton said that as well as some of the guys just kind of talked about relying on the fastball. A lot of that was game plan heavy. But to see how Shohei's fastball is playing right now, considering it's only his 5th start, coming off an elbow surgery, just how would you describe kind of what the pitch looks like and how seamlessly it's been playing?
It's been playing up and commanded really well. I thought... Yeah, we used the fastball today, but also I think that we got into some counts with some spin and put guys with that, and sometimes started with the fastball. And I thought Dalton did a great job. I really did. With Shohei, with Emmet, when we got stressed a little bit there, with Vesia right there. So I thought he did a fantastic job, and we just sequenced really well, pitched well today.
You talked about Shohei having an edge as a pitcher. Can you tell if he's enjoying it?
I do. I don't know if it's like an alter ego type thing, but he's enjoying it. I think that he really is very smart as far as being astute and knowing kind of where we're at and knowing that this is an important win for us, important day. And he brought that intensity today. It's not overt, but you can feel it. And I definitely think he enjoys it.
That's their longest losing streak since 2017, and they do it with the pitching. Shohei Ohtani with 3 shutout innings. He struck out 4. How about Sheehan? He went 4 1/3. Gave up just 2 hits on the run, but 3 strikeouts. He really befuddled the Giants. And Landon Root gets their hard luck loss. He's been dynamic over his last 5 starts. But again, the Giants dropped this one and fall 5 games behind.
That was the key. I mean, we hear about all the Dodger offense and how good their offense is and how many runs they score per game. But today, I mean, Shohei Ohtani was absolutely nasty on the mound. And then Sheehan was as advertised. I mean, they couldn't muster up a hit against him until his last inning of work. He came in and walked a couple in the 4th there, and then he sat 9 straight Giants down. I mean, the stuff was electric, obviously, as we saw.
Look at that stat line there. I mean, Sheehan was so impressive. He had gone at least 15 innings without giving up a hit to the Giants over the lifetime of his career. But Shohei Ohtani, that first inning, I can't get it out of my mind, Georgie. Struck out the side on just 11 pitches there, and he went 3 innings a day, by far his longest start of the season.
I will say this, when Shohei Ohtani is at our ballpark or we're at their ballpark and we're playing against him, it's quite annoying, but you really have to just be impressed with the type of talent that this guy is. I mean, he's got 32 homers and he's throwing 100 miles an hour, and he went out and punched out the side, got another strikeout there in the 3rd. He's back. I mean, obviously they want him to ease back into it. They have the bat of his that he needs to be in the lineup, so they're going to get him slowly back into the order. But
Ohtani and Sheehan combined to throw 76 pitches, so that was less than 11 pitches per inning. They were lights out today. But let's take a
It's follow-up for Ohtani's question, and I know you've been watching him since he came here because you're his manager. So compared to like before surgery, and then he came back to surgery.
Yeah.
What did you think? And then was there any differences?
A little bit. I mean, you know, he threw a lot more split finger pitches. Maybe a little bit of a lower arm slot now. Fastball velocity was there. Has a really good sweeper. Seems like he's leaning on those 2 pitches where, had a little, like I said, a little more over the top last time and threw his split more.